I'm Richard Boatman, and this is 3-Minute Manna. I want you to experience the peace of God that passes all understanding. That's what the season's about, right? We get it in our Christmas cards. We hear it sung about, that Jesus is the Prince of Peace. And yet sometimes this peace of God can be so elusive, especially this time of year. Well, I think one reason for that is that we often confuse the urgent with the essential. If you, for example, need a mobile oxygen tank in order to keep enough oxygen into your body to be healthy, and when you leave the home to go to the grocery store, the shopping mall, or a day trip of some kind, and you were to forget that, you would have forgotten an essential thing, because it can be life or death. One day Jesus went to Bethany, where Mary and Martha and Lazarus lived. And Martha was fixing a meal for a lot of people, and she was getting frustrated. Martha was a great person, a servant's heart. But sometimes we can be like Martha in that we can allow those things that are good and important and really nice to become so urgent that they eclipse the essential. And that's what happened that day. Mary was out at the feet of Jesus, listening to the Son of God teach. Martha was preparing the meal and getting more and more frustrated. She was banging clay pots and pans. Finally, she goes out to Jesus and she says, "Lord, tell Mary to come and help me." And Jesus said, "Martha, Martha, you're troubled over many things, but Mary has chosen the one essential thing." It doesn't mean that what Martha was doing wasn't important. It's just that the urgent had begun to take over the essential. This time of year is to remind us, this Advent and Christmas season, to remind us of the essential. It's wonderful that we have time and energy and resources to spend it with loved ones, to get gifts, to travel, to do this and that. Those are good things. What we have to be cautious about is that when we start giving more and more to the urgent, we sometimes forget the essential. Our oxygen tank is our awareness and attentiveness to Jesus the Christ, Emmanuel, God with us. So this season, remember, in the midst of all the wonderful things, the gift giving and the celebrations, to never give up the one truly essential thing, which is our union with Jesus. The nativity scene is not to be rushed by, but kneeled at. Let us kneel as the Magi did and worship our Creator, our God, Emmanuel, God with us.